Well, this is a surprise.
Do this.
New thing. Oh. Wow.
Yeah, the only problem here is we need like a third level of software here to have like still image up. So it's not just us talking over the intro.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's gonna fade out right about now. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
That's good. That's good. I missed that. It's been a while since we talked about the theme music.
It has.
So Josh Mahesh, the guy who wrote both Knife Nuts themes, he has a new project with Dave Grossman from Rosetta.
All right.
And it's like this synthy, like dark wave stuff. And it's getting charted through Apple Music. They released 2 singles already, and it's made it to the Sinister Sounds playlist on there.
Oh, that's a big one.
Let me tell you what it's called. Hold on. Get some music news while you're here. I'm sure everybody always asks, like, where can they down? I got to make those songs downloadable somewhere. But
we can just put them on the website.
Yes. New Miserable Experience is the name of the album. I think it's coming out very shortly.
Nice.
That's the album. It's pretty good. The 2 singles are nice. Just a shout out to who supported the podcast. So, yeah, we recorded an episode that hasn't gone public yet due to some technical difficulties.
But it was live streamed to Patreon people.
It was.
So they were able to see it.
It was
see the disaster live.
Live streamed to patrons. This is sort of a supplementary episode, so to cover, because there was a lot more news that came out.
Yeah, we pulled the trigger a little early on that episode, but we wanted to get something out. Part of our commitment to making more content this year.
Yes. So, and as you can see, I don't have my headphones on because apparently my AirPods Max have kicked the bucket. That's what you get for buying expensive headphones. I hope they're still under Apple Care.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, we'll get you a cheap pair of wired headphones. You can plug them right into the mic, and then you can hear your own voice perfectly. It's wonderful with no latency.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
But the reason we wanted to do this, Dave, is that there were way more announcements because SHOT Show commenced.
Yeah, we really goofed that.
I suspected it because that's just the way it always is.
Yeah.
And I wanted to get something out because we also announced I showed images of the Rook Edgelord, which launches on Friday. Patrons get access to that at 7:55. I'm going to start giving links and passwords on the Patreon website. And then at 8 p.m. they will go live to the public. There's only 30 of them.
Oh, shit, really? 30?
Yeah, there's not many at all. So
they look nice.
This was the second post. The feedback on it has been crazy good. Even more than beyond what I had ever thought it would.
I mean, it's a very Knife Nuts podcasty edition. Yes, so it's a cool knife. And yeah, that purple, what is it, fat carbon is just excellent. I mean, have we used this one before?
No,
I didn't think so.
The purple, it was the other fat carbon with
on the Mini Tempest.
It's purple, but there was almost no purple in it. Right.
Okay, I thought that was so. When I got mine, I didn't want to say anything because I live in perpetual fear of upsetting Brian. When I got it, it was like it's supposed to be purple. It was so barely purple.
Well, you remember what happened with that? That was like the emergency carbon fiber.
It was the emergency carbon fiber, but it was barely purple is what I would call it.
Yeah, I would say that that's true. This one should have an abundance of purple because it's the purple haze carbon fiber. But there will be 30 of these released, and they will be $320.
Okay.
So if you want one, I don't think they're going to last very long, but I haven't had too much time to promote them.
Well, Patreon is always the the best way to make sure you get a hold of one of these if you really want it.
That's true. So if you definitely want one, you can get in for as little as $3 to the Patreon. But I stagger the releases. So if you wanna if you join a higher tier, you'll get in a few seconds before everybody else. Like that's the way I just release it. Also, if you join at the China D2 for you tier, I'll be giving one of these away. So if you're in the $25 per month tier, on a future episode, you'll have a chance to win one of these, which is good.
Really appreciate this comment about the Patersons. Patersons before it's
Did you read my reply?
Yes, that was very good.
Yeah.
Wonderful typo. But yeah, these look awesome. I mean, thank you, Adam, for giving us the first Knife Nuts podcast edition, and for continuing to give us very good ones.
It's true. They turned out pretty good. Well,
we are.
I enjoyed the prototype of this knife. It was one of those knives. Once you got it in hand, it was like, wow, this isn't a joy to carry and use. Very lightweight.
Also,
trapper.
This was a good time to do that because can you tell me about this Jack Wolf brand? I like, I have no idea who this is. I don't know if it's from China. I mean, it's obviously made in China.
They're made in China, but it's American guy.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
These I feel like are really quite popular, and this was a good time for Adam to come out with something sort of similar.
That was what I thought.
Yeah, because these, I mean, we'll get into case knives, big reveals for 2023. But I
will say, like, we're gonna roast that, but there's a lot of positive to talk about too, I think.
Okay, I only saw the one thing, so you'll get my live reactions.
Really?
But I think, these Jack Wolf knives are very nice, and I think, obviously the traditional market is not something I pay a huge amount of attention to. And there'll always be holdouts for who only want Great Eastern cutlery stuff.
I have one of these.
These are pretty neat.
They're well built.
Yeah, I mean, what are they, Riot? Maybe
they're not.
They're the one of the good.
They were initially supposed to be Riot, but I can't remember who he ended up using.
They look like they're well made. It's like he did that other
chewing on. He's chewing on one of the sleeves to an Evolve knife.
Nice.
Yeah, I was like, that's fine. Rip that up. I don't care.
All right. So, should we start with the new releases?
Yeah, let's get in on this.
Okay, so Case. Where can I find? Is this the only one they have revealed?
Case first. Go to Benchmade, dude.
Okay, yeah, fine. Let's see. Who's our preferred? Do we have a Knife Center? Who should I show?
I mean, probably not Knife Center. Maybe Blade.
Yeah, we don't have a partnership with them.
Doesn't talk to me. So.
Wow.
But literally all the other ones do.
Okay. I wish they had a section.
Knives, Blade HQ.
Here we go. Pre-order now. Yeah. Okay. Should we start with the one that Jake pointed out?
Well,
no. Let's start positive.
I don't mind the one that Jake pointed it out late. Let's just put it that way. There was already much discussion about this knife ahead of time. But that was early for Jake, I will say.
I hadn't seen the price of this. I had seen that they had announced this knife.
All right, I have a controversial hot take on the price, but go ahead and pull these up if you can.
Can you not? I have it shared right now.
Oh no, I just still see Jack Wolf knives. I think we've given them enough.
All right, this is the same thing as last time.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Our software is slowly getting worse. There we go.
Ah, yes. I mean, this. I will say this picture does it absolutely no justice.
What is there to do justice to it? It is. I mean, it's unbelievably thin, but like in a way that it's probably just going to have a bunch of flex, right? Like, there's no way it's not going to flex when you squeeze it. It's 2.4 ounces.
Wow, it's light. I didn't realize.
Of course, it's incredibly thin.
But it's a big. It's almost a 3.5-inch blade.
Yeah, no, I think they've definitely gotten the weight down. It does what it says on the tin, right? It's like it's narrow. It's a thin knife. But
what though? the problem is that this is the kind of knife that checks some boxes for me. I like that style of knife. Like
Okay, I mean,
larger,
I
thinner
don't.
knives are like my jam.
Of course, Benchmade's own Instagram does not have any evidence
Awful.
of their new releases. God damn it. Um, yeah, let me. Oh, and Blade HQ is going to have 8
How about
million
GP
things.
knives? Oh yeah, look, all these black and white pictures. Come
Are
on,
these all?
who's doing this? Timote, is this you?
Yeah, this is not a very reliable source for the. God damn it. Who should I? Whose Instagram account
Try
should I look
GP
at, please?
knives. Try GP
All right,
knives.
shout out to GP Knives and the guy with the incredibly deep voice, Tyler, maybe.
Oh, this is Tyler from GP knives. And,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
they got
Now this is Kershaw. Where is the Ben? Oh well, look at this Benza. Let me see.
Stop! Don't get distracted.
Why is it so hard to find the SHOT Show stuff? I swear to God, I was looking at this earlier. This is great preparation on our part.
Okay, just go to Knife Center and don't, if you can help it, if you're going to buy any of this stuff, use the links that we have. None of them are to Knife Center. But, it's all the other good.
You can always just
I have no beef with Knife Center. Let me just put it that way, but,
Oh, okay, yeah, they really do. Okay, yeah, this is exactly what I want.
No, you know what? River's Edge Cutlery had better ones. Go there.
Okay.
I promise you, we'll show you these knives.
All right, guys, look, we're only 5 years into doing this.
Yep. See?
Okay, but it's only a photo. I really did want that video.
All right, fine. Go to the video. God.
Okay, GP Knives. We've got affiliate links with them.
Yeah, but where's
the video? It's Knife Center.
The Knife Center. That's what I'm saying.
Just stop watching.
Good job, Knife Center. But everybody else, you're letting me.
Okay.
Oh my
this
God!
Really highlights
look at how thin it is.
It's so thin. And I feel like this is when plasma TVs first came out or something. We're like, ooh, look how thin it is. I guarantee it's not I was obsessed with thin knives at one point, and there is absolutely a floor effect where it gets too thin and it just no longer feels comfortable in the hand. And I am fully skeptical that this is really going to be a pleasant ergonomic experience or worth $522. Please explain to me that one.
Okay, so that's where I am not surprised by the price.
No one should be. Benchmade plus premium materials equals crazy prices.
We can believe that this isn't a true USA made product. We can actually say that.
For sure.
For sure. It's just the world we live in now. And if this was 2 years ago, it would probably be $450.
I still would rather buy a bug out and just get some titanium scales, third-party ones. I just
you do make a very good point. I'm not going to lie to you. And the bug out is still a very good knife, but that thing flexes too much for me. The bug out.
Yeah. Okay. So with the crappy Grivery scales, this is with titanium. I guarantee is going to flex. You're gonna have the same effect.
I've got to handle it. I do want to handle it. That the axis lock looks actually very nice on this.
Yeah, the little thing that they did instead of just having the normal sort of cap they usually have on the bar, that little angled one actually looks quite nice. I don't know if they had to modify the axis lock for this thing.
Well, it looks like it uses remember we were talking. I think it has a coil spring.
No, that was what knife was that?
We were talking about the Microtech, which we'll bring up later. But I think this one still has a coil spring in it.
Yeah, I mean the Omega Spring design is the thing that no one is copying from the axis lock.
It also adds a lot of thickness.
Yeah, everybody has come to realize that the one part of the axis lock you don't want to copy is the Omega Spring.
I will say the finishing and stuff on the blade looks a little sus, but
that looks like the same satin finish they've always done. I don't think they've improved that in any way.
Yeah, but
over the years,
I'm just saying that would have been something that would have pushed this over the edge for me. Take the finishing up a notch.
Yeah,
I don't have a strong dislike for this. I'm optimistic. I kind of like it. I like
the silhouette, but
I want to like it. I want to like it at $500. Hey, maybe they'll surprise me and it'll be an amazing knife.
$522 plus tax.
How much? I mean, I still have 1 or 2 Benchmades in my collection. One of them is a titanium scaled from the factory, one of the titanium 940s.
Mm-hmm.
How much was that? I don't think it was that much.
Let's see. No, it was definitely cheaper than $522. I'll tell you that much.
I
Yeah,
will
here we
say,
go.
like, maybe machining something this thin. I have the black one. I had one of the, yeah, $340.
Yeah.
That's probably what it was.
If this was 340, I'd still be complaining. I just probably wouldn't be complaining as much.
Yeah.
I don't know. Benchmade is basically dead.
Well, here's the thing. There's people who are like upset about all this stuff. I think at least they're trying a little something different. It's not the. I mean, I don't know. It's not different, but it's.
They came out with a new design. It looks a lot like their old design. I mean, this doesn't look like radically different. I like the silhouette. I just like they could have made it thicker and cheaper, and people probably would have liked it more.
And to be a couple millimeter thicker.
Yeah, if they had made it
it's a
thicker.
Weird thing for me to say because I do like them thin, but that
I do too.
Yeah.
But this is too much. They could have named it the like medium width.
It kind of looks like it's missing scales.
Yes, it looks like liners that don't have whatever's supposed to go on top of the liners.
Yep. All right.
This one, however,
this is cool.
Yeah, I like it. I just let's see. I will go to.
There's nothing wrong with that to me. That's pure. That's like good Benchmade to me. That looks like good Benchmade.
Let's see. What's the price on it?
I also love these colors that they're introducing. That like seafoam color and that like mauve. Are you kidding?
They're doing a lot with the colors.
Give me that. I respect colors. I like colors.
I agree. I think this looks good.
I'm into that.
Also really like the tagged out. I like the design. I didn't buy one because I knew 110% they were coming out with one that didn't have the Grivery scales at some point. And you can't. I don't know if you can really rely on the aftermarket for scales now that they're weird about copying the design of the scales. $270 though. Whew.
How much is a griptilian? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
what? Yeah, I mean, the griptilian is probably so. This is $90 more.
The Crooked River is the same price.
All of these are just. Oh my god, it's hard to fathom that you said this much. That's now.
Just how this
the mini Crooked River is $270 now. I remember buying it when it was like $180.
I think they used to be $180. You're right. They went up $100. Oh,
Jesus.
That's horrifying.
Yeah. I mean, I like the tagged out design. I think this is such a nice looking clip point. I'm a little disappointed that they added thumb studs. I kind of liked it with the opening slot, but maybe it wasn't that ergonomic. I never actually.
And it took me a while to even realize that it was the same knife.
Yeah. See, my problem though.
I agree. I think I like the slot better than the stud.
I like the slot because the mini Crooked River also has the thumb stud, and it just kind of looks too much like it now.
I guess they're just trying to differentiate it slightly.
This one is crazy.
Ooh, that's the one for me. I didn't see that. Give me
you
that.
Didn't see it?
No.
With an orange Cerakote.
Oh, that's a must-have. And carbon fiber. Yep, that's the one. And it has the slot.
It is $340.
Oh God, that's awful. But I want it.
I thought there was like there was going to be more than one variation, and it wasn't just going to be the orange blade. It's just the orange blade.
You know what? This is the kind of one that maybe goes on sale later.
Maybe.
Unless everyone has a reaction like me, which is a possibility.
One question is it going to be CPM 154 or is it going to be Magna Cut like it shows in the video?
I'm assuming since
it's so much more expensive.
What was the steel on the first version?
It was CPM 154.
I don't know.
This G10 one is S45, and then at least the prototype of the carbon fiber one is Magna Cut. I bet they're going to go with Magna Cut. I should check Benchmade's actual website.
Makes sense. What does it say on there? CPM Magna Cut. Ooh,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm like I say ooh, but like I don't know. I'm so indifferent towards Magna Cut. It's not even funny.
I just the steels are just not that important to me at that level, at least.
With that type of blade, I want that. I want that orange Benchmade though. That's very exciting.
The orange one is definitely silly. I like it.
It makes this one look kind of dumb. Ooh,
Yeah.
look at
Okay.
that.
They do not have it listed on
What's
the
your
website
problem? You want to come up here? Oh my
yet.
god.
All right. What else do we have here? An automatic in Magna Cut with like
I like the
those
color.
maybe
Ooh,
white G10, maybe an
it's like an
ivory
ivory.
color.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like
Let's
that.
see
That's good.
if there is.
What else we got?
Listen, that's fine.
That's
That
good.
interests me. This is the Claymore, and now they're making a small one. It's an auto
It,
with Griffey
it
scales.
looks. I mean, if you're going for that, like this was made in 1992 kind of
It
look,
does. It
yeah,
it looks like it's a movie prop.
like
Uh,
maybe Applegate or whatever his name is,
K.A. Applegate.
K.A. Applegate had something to
Yeah,
do with this.
he might have.
Yeah,
Wait, hold on.
he's dead.
No, K.A. Applegate is the author of my favorite book
That's-
series from middle
that's-
school, The
Oh, look, it looks like
Animorphs.
Oscar. Yeah, that's not him for sure.
No, she wrote The Animorphs.
Wow.
No, I know who you're talking about. And
It's Apple. Isn't it Applegate? Isn't that the last
it's
name?
Applegate. I think it's Applegate. Let me check. It's not the Animorphs lady. Rex Applegate.
Go ahead down, dude. You don't have to wait for me. Go down. Yeah, I don't know. It just looks kind of old. It's probably good.
Rex Applegate is who you were looking for.
Good old Rex. Go ahead down, dude. You don't have to wait for me. You can do it. You have the feet.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay. You know what? I didn't know my sister was in the live chat, and I just saw her comment before I saw who said it. It looks like the knife that Patrick Swayze was stabbed with in Ghost. First off, I'm crazy for Swayze. That is very accurate.
I almost watched Roadhouse. Isn't that's Patrick Swayze?
That was a good one, Laura. 10
Are
points for
both
that
our
one.
sisters named Laura?
Yes, we figured this out before.
Did we establish this? Huh.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I think it does a great job of looking like the knife Patrick Swayze gets killed with.
Gets stabbed with.
All right, this one is the Immunity series. I don't know.
Didn't
Mini
they
Immunity?
do one of these? I think they had this at Blade Show.
I'm gonna look on.
I don't hate it, but
full immunity and then autoimmunity.
Oh my god,
I
that's
get
a really
it. Partial
bad name.
autoimmunity.
Stop. The naming's
No.
terrible. It makes me mad.
I'm moving on. A new bailout in orange aluminum.
Love that too.
Yeah, that's teal. Oh well, they were just going for you with the teal.
I like that.
Or yeah, like the teal / turquoise accents.
I also like aluminum. I feel like
in 3V that is stonewashed.
We talked about the original version of this was released in 3V, and it's like a thin knife, and no one understands why they decided to make a thin Tanto knife with
3V. And then also on top of that, there was the HRC police. This is one of the most notorious HRC police knives.
You know what this is? This is just like a fashion knife.
Yes, this knife is very confused as to what it's supposed to be doing.
I'm still not mad at it, however. Dude,
no.
What are you doing, man?
All right, so we got more of the Freaks series. They just changed the steel up and made a small one. Oh, sure, that's fine. Mini barrage with rich light scales. This has got to be one of the oldest designs they're still making, along with the Griptilian.
Man, that does look dated, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's an old knife.
Is that blue and brown though? That's a good color combo.
They are doing some. You are right. They are doing some weird things with the colors.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, rich light is kind of neat. I mean, it's not done to death yet, so that's something.
Not mad.
Mini Osborne 940.
Yeah,
this is good.
Wrong. Yeah, this
is good. It's probably expensive, but good. Yeah. And then a fixed blade with some grooves. We know nothing about this.
The blade profile is almost identical to the ZT that came out.
A little bit.
I'll bet there's
very different uses. I think this is supposed to be a hunting thing, which obviously we know nothing about.
What the hell is the other one supposed to be for?
I don't know what's going on there, but what should we give Benchmade for this year?
We're not done. Look at the other. I want to see the other colors of that OTF.
All right. Well, they don't have videos of them, so we'll go through the Blade
Just
HQ
look at some
listing.
of the pictures because I can't decide which one I like.
Oh my!
Look at that one. That one is awesome.
That is some wacky color schemes.
It looks like my car.
Yeah. All right. I guess you got to get that one.
Yeah, but I also like the jade one. That's a problem.
Seafoam.
Oh no! What I'll do is I'll get the seafoam of the. Oh, I like that mauve color too.
Seafoam. Wow, Benchmade is really going out there this year.
You know what? My mom, when she sees that mauve and that seafoam bug out, because that's what she uses at the house as a bug out.
Yeah,
I'll be very, very happy that those exist.
It is called Alpine Glow.
Great name.
The shit's mauve.
It's like a Nightwish song.
It does sound like a Nightwish song.
Yep.
God, Nightwish. Yeah, there's some wacky colors in here.
I'm into
Crater blue with flat dark earth.
Honestly, aesthetically, it's a very pretty lineup. It's a very good looking lineup.
I like how this looks like a literal folding, like an OTF scalpel.
Wasn't this the one that they re-released as was a H&K and then they rebranded it as a Benchmade?
I do not recall ever seeing this one in my life. The Benchmade Ohm. This might be what you're describing. But I have absolutely no recollection of ever seeing this knife in my life.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't know even if you showed it to me. It just looks like a very poorly proportioned.
Perhaps this is what you're thinking of, the H&K knives by Hogue Micro Incursion.
Oh, maybe.
Very similar concept here.
Yeah, yes, but who was I thinking it was? Is it Sig who uses which one of the
Sig also uses Hogue.
Sig also uses, well, that makes sense.
Yeah, they make some hideous knives.
I'm telling you though, I think it had to have been H&K prior or something that Benchmade. Is anyone in the chat?
H&K used to have their knives made by Benchmade a long time ago.
That's what I'm trying to say. But you're probably right. There's probably no relation there. It's just what it reminds me of. Are you done eating paper?
Yeah. Okay. Someone in the chat said that they had both the soft bailout and I forgot that Puko knife, the fixed blade that they released, also apparently in 3V was soft, and Benchmade replaced both of them.
This is
kind of cool.
Zoft.
Very swaft.
Very Zoft.
Oh, whoops. Almost saw my employee payment. My payroll details. All right. Continuing.
All right.
Yeah, there's just some weird colors. Also,
shout out to what did they do to the folding Adamas? What is everyone the mini Adamas? Everyone was losing their minds about that last year. I got it.
Very thick carbon fiber scales.
I didn't care for it.
I mean, that's pretty cool. I don't know. I don't want it, but it's pretty cool.
This one looks better. Carbon fiber makes it better.
Indeed, it does. But yeah, I don't know. Not a knife I would buy. Certainly not for $340. I think there's just more colored variants of these. And this thing, which they failed to put in that video. This big ass dagger.
I don't see it. I still see the Adamas.
Okay. We've got one day this software will improve. There we go. Big ass dagger, also in 3V. That's apparently a new release this year.
That is
very big.
Very bold to release something like that.
Someone will buy it. Some mall ninja will buy this for $360.
That is... I don't really want to know the person that buys that.
No. All right. Well, that's it. Okay. So all the wacky colors, and there was that big dagger. So what's the grade that we're giving?
I mean, I'm gonna go like a B-, but you probably want to give it. You want to give it like a C.
I was gonna give it a little bit better. I was actually gonna give it like a B. A solid B.
I'm good with a B. That seems to be the theme for like everybody's releases.
I think the colors are cool. They obviously didn't introduce a lot of new designs, but the colors are just so wacky that they deserve to be like applauded for how just bizarre those color combinations are.
Sometimes you don't need to reinvent the wheel or bring out a whole bunch of polarizing crap. Just give us some good colors.
Yeah, well, Benchmade has not brought out a whole lot of new stuff in a long time, but they also haven't given us cool colors until this year. So
and there we're in a transitionary period for a while because of
yeah,
the passing of the CEO, and I'm sure there was a lot of uh, shuffling going on within the
yeah,
company, and it shows because there is definitely over the last 2 years, year and a half or so, even seeing them at Blade Show last year, uh, there was a different vibe to the product line, like that tag out was a standout. They seem to be it seems to play very much to Benchmade's strengths.
I agree. Yeah, I mean, the tagged out is definitely an improvement in my opinion from what they've been doing.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I'm not going to buy any of them because I hate the Axis lock, and that's probably the end of the story for me. But speaking of the Axis lock, I feel like I need to eat my words and say definitely like 2 episodes ago said that I didn't think Microtech would ever make a folder in the US ever again when they released the Annex and the SOCOM Delta. No, not SOCOM Delta. SOCOM whatever at this point. The one that both were made by Reich. I was like, yeah, they might be done making American-made manual folders because they can just focus on their OTFs, which is like their bread and butter. And lo and behold, I was wrong.
Doesn't this look like some early 2000s stuff?
My first impression was I don't think Tony Marfione designed this because I think Tony Marfione, for all of the many faults that we identify in him, I think he's a really good knife designer, like a really really amazing top tier knife designer. And this design is kind of wacky to me. I don't know. It's just like it doesn't strike me. I'm just gonna guess.
It doesn't evoke any emotion from me.
No, I'm going tinfoil hat and saying that Tony did not design this.
He employs some very good designers though.
True. I mean, like ones like Sebastian, or are we like people at Microtech who don't have aren't well known?
No, there's a couple of the guys. Forgive me for not having people's names come to my head right away, but I do know that there are a few good knife designers that work for him. And this reminds me of, I mean, even the construction seems very Benchmade-y.
I mean, it's because you can't unsee that the Axis lock was Benchmade's for 20 years. So everything. Lock,
but also look at the way the
G10.
liners meet up with the G10 towards the top.
With the jimping, like Benchmade always. Yeah. I mean, I think I see a coil spring in there, like we were talking about. This is their MSI lock or whatever it's RAM lock.
And my first instinct was the same as yours. It didn't remind me of an Axis lock. It looked more like Spyderco.
Yeah, the Spyderco ball bearing lock. Maybe it will be. I have all the faith in the world that Microtech can make a really good folder. I also you know what I'm just noticing, and because Brian isn't here to make fun of us, the screws look so good. Microtech makes their own hardware, and the hardware just looks amazing. Like those screws
it's like no frills. It's just like, yeah.
The hardware looks amazing. I don't really like the blade profile or like the handle or really the pocket clip or kind of anything about it, but like I'm really excited for it.
They had the hardware and the locking mechanism and just sort of drew a shape around it.
Yeah. Two other things. One, the price is like under $300 for the G10 versions. Again, didn't expect that in a million years. That, and also they're saying that they have a proprietary steel called M390 MK made for them. And I just got to say, why did they didn't need to do this. They could have put MagnaCut in this. I think MagnaCut is cheaper than M390. I don't know if there's any knife makers in the chat. Correct me. People are nuts about MagnaCut. MagnaCut's also from an American foundry as opposed to M390, which is from Austria. And now people are going to be like, what's this special version of M390? This is bullshit. They really should just gone with MagnaCut and called it a day.
I would imagine that they made it easier to machine. They requested, can we have it with this? Because we're going to produce a load of them and we're going to keep it at a certain price point. We need M390, but I need it to be able to not eat our tools.
Yeah, so the HRC police are like obviously all over this. Like, because people, and so Microtech did say that they worked with Buhler Udenholm to tweak the properties of M390 for better edge retention, corrosion resistance, and polishing. And and it's exclusive to them through from Bowler. So I don't know. People are going to. There's gonna be so much hand wringing over this. People are really gonna be very skeptical. They could have just gone with MagnaCut. I don't understand it. I mean, it's cool if they really did do a proprietary steel, and by proprietary, I mean they changed a few things in M390, but it feels unnecessary to me.
Yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic. Maybe it feels better than it looks.
Someone in the chat said it's so that they could get a higher polish, which makes sense when you see the Marfion custom.
Right that makes sense too.
I don't know
anything nicely though.
I don't know anything about the polishing ability of M390. It's not something I try or have heard anyone talk about. So sure, I'll believe it. Make it easier to polish.
I would say that looks better, but it still doesn't look wonderful.
And this is the Marfion custom, which means it is a machine made handle
fancy production knife with like a grind on it.
Yeah, maybe a custom grind. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway,
maybe one or two of them, and then someone redoes them.
And then also they have another folder.
This is exciting.
Which also great.
This is very exciting because that looks so much cooler than the other one.
Yeah, I mean the Stitch is a very in demand knife, and there's finally like a manual version that like humans can afford and not Russian oligarchs or whatever, or people who happen to know Sebastian personally.
No, I'm very excited for this because this has been something that's been in there's been talks of a manual Stitch forever, and God knows how many iterations it had gone through before this is where it ended up. If you had told me, it's going to have like an Axis style lock a few years ago, I'd be like, that is surprising. But
I'd be like, no, it must be coming out before the Axis lock patent expires.
Yeah. This one I think is much more interesting. I don't know if people. It's a good knife design. It works very well. It's not like the most balanced when it comes to blade to handle ratio or anything like that, but they work and they have a lot of drama. It's a very dramatic knife.
I don't think they've said the price. I don't feel like going through all these comments in case they have, but I bet it's just as cheap.
Yeah, I would imagine it's not going to be much
more than the MSI than the MSI. Yeah, so I mean, I have, for all of Microtech's faults, I have always thought they make really good knives, like kind of underrated how great they make knives. Or folders, not just like the OTFs. Obviously, most people know about their OTFs at this point, but their folders have always been super good. So this is awesome. I'm going to give them an A- this year. This is awesome that they're making USA made folders again.
USA made folders, and they showed some cool OTFs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They have got the one with the 3 different things. I mean, it looks very nice.
It is cool looking.
It's a cool looking OTF. I like it a lot better than the Ultratech, I think.
I think we already went over this at one point.
Yeah. This they revealed that a while ago. Yeah. But the MSI was recent, so good for Microtech. I like Microtech.
Good stuff.
So that is very neat.
I'm with you on the A- there. What more could we have expected from them?
Honestly, it was just that to me is a totally unexpected. I really, like I said, foot and mouth. I said that they were never going to make a USA made folder again. And I was wrong.
Let's transition to Spyderco real quick.
The Military 2. Can you believe it took this long to come out with the Military 2?
I want that. Because I mean, like the size of the Military, but it always... And look, you can actually reverse the pocket clip on it.
I know, right? Like, I just, I wonder what stopped them. Maybe it's just that the Military sales were just fine as it was. I didn't need a Military 2.
Say it's just like the way they had the liners put in the thing. They couldn't... I think it was like you could just screw them into the G10. There was nothing holding them in.
Yeah, I mean, I just you would have think they would have put the priority on re-engineering the Military at some point.
I think maybe it didn't because they were just waiting for the sales of it to slump.
yeah, that's actually 4.5-inch blades with 5.5-inch handles or whatever. I think it's just a 4-inch blade, but anyway, gigantic knives like this are were very out for a while. So I'm sure the sales did
I
slump,
tend to
and this
think
is
the
going to
big knives are
reinvigorate it.
coming back personally, but I think that's gonna.
Maxace is certainly trying to bring them back
But
with
I think they're
some
gonna come back.
ridiculous, gigantic knives.
Yes, I'm hoping I get one of those. But I think these large, thin knives are going to be popular.
I used to really like large, thin knives. I'm kind of over it now, but I see what you mean. The micro Jimbo.
The closed look of that is
I kind of like it.
It's not. It looks cute. It's like
It's
cute
full
look.
flat ground instead of with the hollow grind.
With a hollow grind.
With that very abrupt hollow grind. So honestly, this is probably more useful. This is probably a great little like box opener.
Box cutter, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
It's
very
black. Seeing
very...
black G10 and just like the satin fit, it just like doesn't compute, and I feel like I've gone into a time machine.
I think maybe we're overusing the axis lock. I mean the compression lock.
Yeah, that's funny. I always want to go back to the compression lock knife. I always think back to how badly I wanted the compression lock in like every knife.
Yes.
And now I feel like a lot of people are kind of not that interested in the compression lock as much as they used to be.
I wish I could see that blade must come very close to that opening.
Oh, what, the tip?
Yeah, not the tip. The blade, like if where the axis lock actuates. I wonder how. Oh, it's. Do you see that? Do you see that?
Yeah, I see where you're getting at. That your finger is somewhat close to the edge, but
I mean, on the Shaman, it's a genuine design flaw where that little nub comes and hits you in the finger when it closes.
Oh yeah, that little nub by the
yes.
I have still never handled a Shaman. I just
Shaman.
Oh well, you and a lot of other people. It's been a very big hit.
Yeah.
This one's what, 15 CPM 15V?
Oscar, what the hell are you doing? Yeah, I don't know what how many V's.
So you can cut through steel beams or whatever at this point. I don't. This is the one where they are collaborating with a knife maker, with that guy Triple B Handmade Knives, to do the heat treat. Like he didn't design it or anything. The Shaman already exists, but he designed the heat treat for them, which is definitely a first.
Very knifey. That's a nerdy thing to do.
Yes, this is. I mean, Spyderco has always been the brand for knife nerds.
That's true.
It continues.
I mean, that's interesting.
Oh, that's not what I wanted. There's a paramilitary too. That's the same thing. It's.
Oh, is that?
I skipped over the fixed blades completely because.
Oh, so that's the deal with this.
Yeah.
Is this going to be like a sprint run, or is just something they're doing?
Ooh, sprint run. For both of the 15V ones. 15V is too... I mean, they make a production Maximet knife, so I guess 15V isn't too crazy, but yeah, sprint run.
They had to shake things up a little bit because I think people were getting a little tired of the just same knife in a different steel sort of situation. So they're like, oh, look, this one's a collab. We had them do the heat treat.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it changes it a little bit, but the formula is still the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's probably not going to change in the future. I don't know. Spyderco, I think, is slowing down on its output of bizarre designs. That's for sure. I mean, those fixed blades were pretty wacky, but... okay, so apparently CRKT had some stuff to show off.
Yes.
Which is this very nice knife, and I was like, wow, this looks great. And then it's like, made by Hogue.
Oh, is it made by Hogue?
Correct. I was like, this is really nice.
But CRKT must have sharpened.
A CRKT brand made by Hogue.
Look at the edge.
The edge is a little wacky, I'm going to be honest. It's very polished and a very broad secondary bevel. We'll chalk that up to being a prototype.
I want that, though. Ooh, look at this guy.
It
kind of reminds me of Adams. Let me see the blade shape on this.
And it's also designed, it's a lurch design, and you said Adams. I was going to say, I hope it reminds you of the Adams family.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
I kind of like that. I like, yeah, it's the definitive.
That's a nice knife.
It's the lightweight crossbar knife. That's the...
Oh, is that what they're calling?
First one, or I don't know. One's designed by the man's wife, and then one's designed by him. $215. That's more expensive than Hogue stuff. It's like a
mix of a Kershaw Atmos and an Osborne.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know why it's like more expensive than Hogue's knives, though. That's the thing. This apparently is going to be $215.
Well, I guess they got to pay Hogue and themselves.
True. Also
So
funny that they made a knife with an ambidextrous lock and then did not spend the 2 seconds to make the pocket clip reversible.
It's true. It's very odd.
Really, guys? Really? That was a bridge too far with the ambidextrous lock. CRKT, come on. Come on. Yeah, but also this is crazy. 154 CM and G10 for $215. When you can get like
MSRP or the
no, that's apparently the retail.
No.
Oh no, that might be. Someone said it's $215 according to their website. That's probably not retail.
They've got to sell for under $200. They can't.
Yeah,
they can't.
that would be crazy. Hogue would be just, or not Hogue would be shooting themselves in the foot, really. But
unless they look at this, they sell more cheaper knives. Like you could have this CRKT, or you can have it's the same knife. It's the same brand.
Yeah, I don't know. I like these designs, but if they really are this expensive, you should just buy the Hogue Deca or whatever. It's
or one of those Benchmades, which are $100 more.
Let's get one of these.
Yeah.
In Magna Cut or whatever.
I have
$120.
I have one.
Oh no, they're more than that.
I have a couple of those collectors Hogues, like that the OTF, and I have the Deca in the Warncliffe with that compound grind, the carbon fiber and the tritium. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, I mean Hogue really knows what they're doing when it comes to making knives. So probably a good idea that CRKT farm this one out to them.
Yeah, I'm surprised they had the wherewithal to do that. Truthfully,
that was smart. Knives has some stuff. They got things. They're working on stuff. Don't love this one.
I'm not seeing it. Just see Hogue.
God damn it. Let's bring it up. This one is not my favorite, but this is Brian Brown Knives. I feel like there's 8 knife makers named Brian Brown, unfortunately.
Not Brown Knives, but Brian Brown. Right.
Who is this person?
I like.
I like. He does Brown. This one.
Yeah. I like Brian Brown. Yep. Some of the designs I've never really fallen in love with. I don't think this one's going to do it either, but I think it's a step in the right direction.
Yeah, just compound tanto grinds, not for me. But
I like good design though. Yeah,
I bet we did a good job with it. This little from Jeff, a karambit thing.
He knew what he was doing.
And I don't want that either, but I appreciate how weird it is.
Really pretty open, it's a really nice flowing design, but
yeah.
I don't know what situation and it's got. I love how it has a front flipper too, just to make sure that we know that it's a 2023 knife.
That is, not my favorite design from him, but not one I was expecting, even in the slightest.
I have a feeling that that's going to sell well.
Yeah, I think Jeff's popularity has been enduring over many years now. I think it'll sell well too.
I think that's probably the nicest looking karambit style knife I've seen.
It's a little wacky. I mean, I didn't expect the karambit ring.
What I'm saying is the design works.
Yeah. I do wonder how many people would want it, or how many more people would want it without the karambit ring, but I don't know. It's neat. It's different. This one I like quite a bit. This is Matt Christensen.
Oh, that's good.
The riffraff.
It looks kind of like a doggy, like Pochi.
Yeah, it's like the spiritual successor to the Pochi.
Yeah, I kind of like that too.
Yeah, that one's not bad. This is by a man whose name I cannot pronounce, Tkachinkov. I don't like that real washed out Timascus.
I like that knife.
I like his other design, which is coming up next. This is the Makani, and then the next one is the Murata. I really hope they don't go to production with that super washed out Timascus. I mean, this was probably fondled by a million people.
Yeah,
so
you can't see it in the lighting at a show anyway.
Yeah,
it always looks.
This is his other design, which is quite a bit like a knife they already have that's designed in house. The Wee Quick Quixotic.
Yeah.
Quixotic, but I like this one.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's probably pretty big, but
not blackwashed, but
yeah.
I would do this one instantly in a different color.
Yeah. The G10, I mean the carbon fiber is fancy.
Yeah. I'm kind of over that look.
Yeah. And then this is the last one from our boy Oh Stop Hell.
Oh, stop. I mean,
that one is just fine. I'm surprised this is a Wii branded knife and not a Civivi.
It looks Civivi-ish. Are they pushing Civivi up or down market? I don't even know. No, they're definitely not pushing it out. That's
no, because Civivi is like the biggest success story.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, this is a weird one. I don't know why this is getting branded as a Wii knife.
I don't particularly care for it.
You know what? I'm surprised Wii even comes out with their own branded knives at this point. I figured everything was just OEM work. So
I'm shocked. Like there was a lot of them.
Yeah, I'll give them a B- for this year.
Yeah, well, that's the average score of this year. B-.
And is that it? Now we've covered. I think we've covered everybody who we didn't get to in the main episode, which will be out eventually.
Yes,
soon. Which not a great episode. A lot of issues that came up, but we are actually committed to releasing more content.
Yes.
We're doing a much better job than last year.
Yeah,
I think actually
we'll just show everyone that horrible case.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And we'll wrap up because this chihuahua right here is upset with me.
So here's the thing. This makes me sad because it makes me think
slightly better in the video than it did in that picture.
Yeah, I guess it does actually. It's got the ramped thumb studs, like a really old Kershaw. Gotta love this. Probably like as shitty as your slip joints. 3 likes. Why would you put the thumb stud there?
It is odd.
That's a really odd blade shape. I love how negative the comments are. Jeez. It would be sad to see.
Can you read these we should read some of those in a voice.
No, I mean, they're reasonable complaints. This is not a particularly nice looking knife. Non-countersunk screws for the pocket clip.
Even worse in some of the other things.
Yes, this image, for example.
Yeah. I don't know. It's not very good. It looks so amateur. It's not even funny.
Yeah, I mean, it would be sad to see a legendary knife brand like Case disappear, and I don't know why they're doing this. Maybe they do need to do this. Maybe they're just doing this on a lark. But I hope it's not like they're hoping this saves the brand or something. I hope Case is doing just fine, and someone wanted to try something new. Because I don't think this is going to do well.
So what you're saying is I shouldn't do a KNP edition of this knife.
You should 100% do a KNP edition of this knife.
And all I do is move the thumb stud over.
Just right there.
Yeah. Where are we going to put the Case logo?
Just switch them around, guys. Just switch them around. It'll be okay. It's assisted open. Oh no.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, the thing is, because I feel like all the snooty traditional collectors have moved on from Case a long time ago. Because Case is they're like kind of cheap and not great traditionals, from my understanding. That's a big run of jimping. It's a big run of jimping on the top there. Yeah, we got to get a KNP edition going. Yeah,
I have a Case contact. Let me see what I can do.
Just drive up to Bradford. It's only probably like 5 hours away.
Oh my god, look at this thing. Speaking of driving, we're gonna close out in a minute. I will be out of town for a little while, for just for a week or so. So nothing is gonna get shipped out for a week. Just putting that out there.
All right.
I'm still waiting on some knives.
Always waiting on some knives.
I have a hold put on my mail, so that's what's gonna happen. Just putting that out there. Okay. I think I have, at the time of recording, I have 7 of the nettles left. unspoken for.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a thing. If you want one of those, you probably should jump on that now, because by the time they come in, they're gonna all be gone.
We forgot about the Cold Steel Mayhem.
That looks awful.
It has a 6-inch blade.
Oh my god.
Oh Lord.
We'll talk about that another time.
Benchmade not Benchmade. Cold Steel's gonna Cold Steel.
I can't do any more mayhem tonight because Chihuahua is losing his mind.
It's causing mayhem.
I've got to try different stuff with him. Leaving him down there, bringing him up
Not
here
working.
with me. He can go down the steps anytime he wants. He wants me to do it.
Yeah. All right. Well,
this was
thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you. We had people actually join us? Thank you.
We did. There are people in there.
Oh.
There are like 26 viewers.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us on this impromptu live bonus. Hopefully you'll see the first half of this soon.
And then we'll be back with
Jake's
something
audio
better.
Wasn't working. Not like he has been on. You'll miss him too much because he hasn't been on a recording in quite some time.
But that's why his triumphant return, one would have hoped it went a little bit better.
Triumphant.
But,
it was a return. It just wasn't triumphant.
Yeah, exactly. That therein lies the problem.
Right.
Sure. Yeah. Well, so that will be out soon, and then we'll do something better to replace it.
I have some knives that I'll be taking with me, so I'll be posting some content on some of the.
Where are you going?
I'm actually going to Florida. And
fun!
And it's not fun.
Yeah, I mean it's Florida, of course.
I'm going for some to help my mom out with some stuff. She's going with me. I'm driving, and both dogs are going with us.
Ooh, that's fun. Is your mom moving to Florida?
No, she has a place down there, and she's actually selling it. So.
Oh wow!
That's what we're doing.
So is my mom. So
yeah.
Weird. Weird coincidence.
It's the thing to do.
Yep. All right. Well, we will be back.
Let's try. We'll do this when I get back. We'll do like a recap after I get back. So not next week, but the following week.
And we'll probably be at the New York show. I will certainly be at the New York show. I think there's a good chance you will be.
I'm just deciding whether I'm staying overnight or going for the day. That's what
I will be definitely staying overnight. Jake is definitely the big question mark on that, and then Brian is also question mark.
I'm sure Brian will show up.
Yeah. So Jake is the big question mark. Right. But we will be there in person for the first time in years.
In years.
Yeah.
David, thank you, and thank you to everybody. Please use our affiliate links down at the bottom there. We really appreciate it. If you don't have to buy anything immediately when you click it. What happens is if you click that link, I think it saves your. It knows that you clicked on it from us for 30 days or so. And anything you purchase, we get a little kickback of, which is fun. Other than that, I'm wearing a Knife Nuts hoodie. You can't tell, but this is one of the Knife Nuts hoodies. It's very, very comfy. You can get those through our Teespring.
Size up.
Yeah.
If you buy one.
Yeah.
Size up maybe it's 2 sizes
up.
I
buy a size up, yes, for sure.
They are very, very small.
I don't understand why people do that to stuff, but either way. What else was I going to say? Grab a nettle if you want one of the Knife Nuts M390 nettles, because they will go away and never come back. Other than that, everybody enjoy your weekend, and thank you for joining us.
All right. Thank you, everyone who was here for the live stream. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me do the, we have the ability.
Oh, can you do the really... Yeah, I haven't heard this in forever.
So now the problem is there's I forget how long the quiet part of this goes for.
Start it somewhere in the middle. It doesn't matter. Just click the waveform.
Yeah. Well, because usually the podcast, when I edit this in afterwards, I just place it somewhere and then eventually it gets louder and then I just make that line up at the end of the episode. But now I'm just going to fill the air until the loud part comes in and then shut this off.
Oh. I just think ending with Vlad's music is always a good idea.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to go ahead